Good morning. I wanted to share a dream that I had last night, and once the girls get up, I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk about it again, so I figured I'd just record it. I've been trying to wake up early the past couple of days. Yesterday I didn't succeed. I slept in, and it was really hard to get a jump start on my day. The day before, I woke up early, had some coffee, got so much done. I was so excited, so I wanted to do it again. Last night before bed, I was just trying to prepare my mind that I'm going to wake up early. I set my coffee pot so I could smell the coffee and help me get up early. But this morning when I woke up, right as I woke up, I don't set an alarm or anything, just the coffee pot so I can smell it, and I woke up. But when I woke up, I was in the middle of having a dream, and this dream just so deeply disturbed me, and so much so that I just wanted to go back to sleep and to hit the refresh button and start all over because I just could not wake up on that note. When I first came to God, back to God, when I was 21, 10 years ago, He spoke to me through the pain I have with my actual father, my birth father, and that I've always longed for him, and I've always loved him so deeply that it's kind of crazy how much I love my dad. And I don't see him very often, and I don't get to spend time with him very often. But the Lord spoke to me when I was 21. I was drunk and probably still on drugs, and he still spoke to me. So I have no doubt that he could speak to anybody in those kind of situations, no matter how far gone you think you are. But, so in my dream, my dad was inside of this house. I was inside of a truck, and my youngest daughter's father was there. And I want to say I want to say it's my dad's truck. It was supposed to be my dad's truck. I don't have a truck. My daughter's father doesn't have a truck. So I think it was my dad's truck. And we were outside of his house or apartment or whatever, and this person comes up. I kind of see them walking up, and as soon as they get to my window, they point a gun straight at me. And when he sees that who we are, he pulls the gun back. And I don't remember if he asked or something, but then he starts to head towards my dad's house. So I knew that he was coming for my dad. So my panic begins to set in, and I don't know what the man was there for. I don't know, but I was trying to find an excuse to go back in the house to help my dad. But I had my daughter, it was actually my oldest daughter. My youngest daughter wasn't even in my mind, so I don't know what that was about, but I was worried about getting my daughter out of there. So I was acting like I needed to get some things, some clothes and things from inside the house. So I walk in and I'm like, oh, I just got to get a few things, really, really weird. And the man has a needle now, and like he's going to give him a shot, so that it looks like an overdose, or it doesn't look like a shooting. And that was my biggest fear walking into that house, is that I was going to look down and see my dad being shot or had been shot. So I was trying not to look at my dad, but trying to find a way to get him out of there. And the person who was there to hurt him, he was being overly nice to me and trying to be like really understanding, asking me if my daughter needs a hearing aid because she was complaining about not hearing or something like that. And I just remember it to where I could almost conversate with him, and I'm like, oh no, I just gotta get a few things, and I think I might have been trying to stall so I could get things. I don't know what I was doing, really. It was a really crazy dream, but ultimately, I got back in the car, and I was panicking, trying to find a way to get to my dad and to help my dad. And do I call the police and have them go in there guns blazing, or do I just grab a gun and go in there myself? I didn't know what to do. I was so terrified, and that's when I woke up. Still panicked, not knowing what had ultimately happened. And so when I get up, and I had my mindset on I was going to exercise this morning, I was going to read my Bible, I was going to do my prayers, I was going to try and get ready for the day and just get some stuff done before my daughters wake up. And I couldn't shake this feeling. I just wanted to go right back to sleep because I wanted to hit the restart. I wanted to start over. I didn't want to start the day with those thoughts in my brain. And so I'm going about my morning. I read a little bit in my Bible, and I'm just having my coffee trying to get over it. And the Lord spoke to me and said, "It's okay to cry about it." And I just almost immediately started crying. And just that thought that hurt of if something happened to him and this person coming to attack him, and how devastating it felt, and how hopeless and helpless I felt. And the Lord spoke to me again, and he said, "I told you before, how you feel about your dad is how I feel about you. There's not something necessarily that he has done to deserve for me to feel these feelings I have for him, this unconditional love for him that's unexplainable. Just like there's no reason for Jesus to love me because I haven't done anything extraordinary or fought for things in his name like I think I should." But the Lord was telling me that I'm being under attack. I'm being attacked. And when I'm not asking him for help, that he's sitting back on the sidelines and he feels helpless and hopeless because he's a gentleman and he will not come and do something or intervene into something if I don't want him to. I can have one foot in and one foot out, halfway asking for something and not being fully committed in my search for the Lord. And he shows me over and over again these, such deep examples. I don't know if this is really making sense to anybody else, but it's like just knowing these battles that I have to fight and then just kind of sucking them down and be like, okay, I'll deal with it when they come. And the Lord just says, don't. It's okay to break down. It's okay to see, not break down, break through, and to see that there's a bigger picture, there's a bigger meaning. I messaged my dad just for my own sake. I didn't want to tell him about the dream because I didn't want to freak him out. But it's a very scary feeling to know that you're under attack, and to know that the spirits that want to throw you off of your journey with the Lord, they will do a lot of things. But that doesn't mean that God can't intervene and when you want him to and when you ask for him to, and make things better for his good. The devil might have given me these dreams to scare me and to hurt me, but the Lord gave me his word to show me, look, how you're scared and how you love your dad, that's how I love you. And that's what I want for you. How you felt like you couldn't even go on. He left the 99 to save the one. And that's what I feel like he's doing again. And that moment of confusion and hurt that I experienced, it took just 1 second of me listening to God and saying, what can I do? What can I do? And he said, cry. Cry. Feel that emotion. It's okay to feel that emotion. And as soon as I began to cry and to feel that emotion, that's when he spoke it into my spirit and said, that's how I feel for you. Those tears that you're crying, that hurt that you feel, that want, that longing, that's what I feel for you. So, sorry for crying, ugly crying early in the morning, but I felt like I should share that. And yeah, I hope it blesses you. I hope the Lord speaks to you in whatever way the Lord chooses to speak to you, whatever way you listen best. But talk to him, start the conversation, invite him in. He's a gentleman. He's not going to force himself on you. You have to be the one to ask. God bless.